Hi and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. So today's video is a Q&A and I've received some fantastic questions. So thank you very much. I have just made myself a coffee. So yeah, feel free to grab yourself a cuppa, whatever you fancy, sit back, relax, and let's get into this Q&A. What is the biggest thing you have learned from this frugal downsizing journey? How has it impacted your mental health? Deep, I know, but I'm trying to show a family member the benefits of it, but I can't get through. Hopefully showing them your answer might help. I actually think the biggest thing, I mean, there's lots of things that I've learned, but I guess the biggest thing is just to be grateful for what I have. I'm very fortunate. I'm very lucky. I have a wonderful family, a lovely husband, two wonderful girls. I've got everything I need. I don't need the bigger house. You know, we've got a lovely house, we've got a roof over our head, we've got food on the table. It sounds a bit cliche, but it's totally true. I used to always strive for more, you know, bigger house, more money. And it's easy to feel that way with society, you know, and you're surrounded by people that, you know, we strive for more, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but, you know, it's all about progression. Yeah, wanting the bigger house, more money. I'll be happier when I've got this. I'll be happier when I've got that, a bigger house, whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, I think self-gratitude and just being happy and content sometimes with what you've already got is oh gosh, yeah, just being reminded of that. It's not always easy, but I'm actually happier here, which I'll come on to in a second. Oh my gosh, I just feel like I can breathe. I feel lighter. As soon as we paid off our debt and halved our mortgage, I can't begin to describe how amazing it felt. I used to think of money as something with like this like black cloud around it, which may sound a bit weird, but that's how I felt about money. I realized money wasn't the problem. I was the problem. I didn't know how to manage it properly. So I have learned so much. Money is a tool that we can use to have a healthier, more, you know, financial future, more secure future. I respect it now. I look after it. I'm just happier. I'm calmer, less stressed. Yeah, I've just not got that worry, that debt looming over our heads. It's not a nice place to be. And it's amazing how little you actually need in life. And it just brought a sense of calm that I never envisaged that it would. It's just, yeah, I just can't begin to describe how wonderful it feels just to have that control now over our finances and have that budget in place. I can't stress enough how important it is to have a budget, just so you're in control. You have a clear plan of where your money needs to go, what it needs to do every month, make sure you've got some, hopefully got some left at the end of the month. So then you've got that to put towards savings or to put towards your money goals, to put towards your mortgage, retirement. Yeah, if you can create a budget and get hold of your finances, it's the best thing, or one of the best things that you can do for yourself and your family. Gosh, so I could talk about this forever, but I'm going to move on to the next question. So, which is a little bit lighter. Hi, if you're on a desert island, what is the one luxury item you could not live without? So when this question initially popped up a few weeks ago, I was thinking mascara. How vain is that? I was thinking mascara because I'm so fair naturally. I wear mascara every day. And I also tint my eyelashes as well. But then I thought, no, I want a pillow. If I'm on a desert island, I want to be comfortable. Obviously, we spend a lot of our time sleeping. So, but it's a hard one because I'd also want a sheet or a duvet to put over myself. I struggle to sleep even in this hot weather without something over me. So it's a tricky one, but I think I'm going to go with a pillow. The next question is, hi Leanne, have you got any tips on how to stop buying new outfits every month and or season? This is my weakness. I work in an office environment. It is not a strict smart dress code, but I struggle with repeating my outfits and feel like I need a new top, trousers, etc. every month or so. I tried a no buy, low buy period, but always went back to my old shopping habits eventually. Thank you. So I think this is where a capsule wardrobe comes in real handy, and it can really be your best friend. I have now got a capsule wardrobe. I can't begin to tell you how much, oh gosh, simpler it has made my life. When I look in the wardrobe in the morning, I know everything's going to mix and match well. Everything in my wardrobe I absolutely love. I just wear it on repeat. It takes away the overwhelm. I think sometimes when you've got too many items in your wardrobe, you do feel a bit overwhelmed, and you kind of think, oh, I don't know what to wear, what's going to go with what, and you can feel like you need new clothes. Whereas I think if all the items in your wardrobe are things that you absolutely love, make sure everything in your wardrobe you love, or you're not going to reach for them. So maybe have a little bit of a declutter and just see what you've got. Keep the items that you love. If there's items missing, then maybe treat yourself to a few new bits. And yeah, make sure it's all going to mix and match and it works well with your personal style. And hopefully you won't get that overwhelmed so much. You'll look in the wardrobe, you'll know that everything's going to work well together. It's all items that you absolutely love. And to stop that impulse buying a little bit, maybe create a wish list. This is what I do now. If I think, oh, I need this, or I need that, I've got this missing, I need a new vest top, I need a new summer top, whatever it might be, new pair of trousers, then put it on your wish list, and just sit back, park it for a moment to see if you really, really need that item. And if you feel like, actually, I do need that item, then go and treat yourself. But yeah, I just think creating that capsule wardrobe, it's just really helped me, and I highly recommend it. So next question, have you had any negativity from friends or family regarding your downsizing journey? Thank you. I don't think so. I don't think we've had any negativity from what I can think of. I was expecting it, to be honest, but we've had a few people that have actually said, they admire us for what we've done, because I don't think it's the norm, is it? Especially a couple in their mid-40s to downsize. Usually it is about that progression and getting a bigger house. That's kind of the next step. You want more space, normally because we've accumulated more things, and as we have children and things, our families grow, it's the norm to accumulate more stuff, so you kind of feel like you need more space. That's totally understandable. So downsizing has actually helped us declutter so much because we've not had any choice. I've got a question this kind of ties into shortly, about going to a smaller home, especially a smaller kitchen, and not having utility anymore, about having less space. So I'll come back onto that in a second. But yeah, like I say, the norm is to go bigger, isn't it? So I can understand that people might think we're a little bit strange, and I'm sure they probably do, but we've not had anyone vocalize that to us. I've had the odd question like, what are you saving for? Or, oh, that's not very frugal of you, Leanne, is it? Why have you got that? Or why have you bought that? That's not very frugal. I think some people still get confused about what frugal actually means. I think they think it means being cheap, never buying anything, but it's actually about just more being intentional, more mindful about your spending, having a plan for your money, not just wasting it. Yeah, just being respectful of your money, really, and having a plan for it, and budgeting, all those kind of things for just a healthier and financial future, really. But I can understand not everyone understands it. So, and that's absolutely fine. We've not really had any negativity, and I wouldn't mind if we did, because we know we feel very secure in what we've decided to do. And as I said, it's just made me so much happier, and it's improved our life so much. I just can't recommend it enough. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying to downsize, but to just have that secure, better relationship with money, I just can't recommend it enough. I really can't. So next question is, have you any plans to retire early, and or have you started planning retirement? So we've not really started planning retirement yet. We've had the conversations. Of course, we would love to retire early. That's definitely kind of in our plan, but we're not really discussing it in any great detail or anything, because we are concentrating on paying off our mortgage early at the moment, and that obviously retiring early is partly why we are doing that. We would love to retire early, so we're definitely in the process of trying to pay off our mortgage early, and then that will enable us to retire sooner. That is what we would absolutely love to do. Next question, I'm curious to see how you clean and care for your home. So this is a video I would definitely love to film soon. So watch this space. I think that would be, yeah, a lovely one. I love cleaning. I love keeping our home tidy, and obviously having a smaller home and less stuff makes it so much easier. So I would love to share some of my tips and tricks. So yeah, I should be filming that soon. Next question, when was the last time you had a bra fitting, and do you have any funny stories whilst being fitted? I've never had a bra fitting, but I know I should. I definitely need to have a bra fitting. I know M&S do them, so I might get that booked soon. So yeah, so I've never had a bra fitting, so no funny stories to be told. But if I do have one and I have a funny story, I shall let you know. Next question, how did you find downsizing, particularly going to a small kitchen without a utility room? So yeah, so I touched upon having a smaller home, less space. I thought I would miss having a utility room, but I've really not. And my husband hasn't really mentioned it either. I mean, it would be lovely to have a utility room, to have that separate space with the washing machine and things. And for like cleaning out the litter tray, things like that, it would come in handy. But yeah, we've managed okay. And I love the fact actually that we have a smaller home, because I have got rid of so many things. We've decluttered, and it's brought a real sense of calm. I think because I have suffered with mental health in the past, it really helps. It just really helps my mind, like a calm, clean, clutter-free home. It just personally really helps me. A clearer home, clearer mind. Is that what they say? Calmer home, calmer mind. Definitely is how I feel. And yeah, we have less stuff to manage, less stuff to clean, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So I've not really missed the utility room as much as I thought I would. There has been challenges with a smaller kitchen, I must admit. But yeah, it's just forced us to declutter, which I'm a big fan of. So I've no problem with that. And if anything, I prefer it. I prefer having less stuff to manage, less things, and the items we do have, I've more time for. I've more time to manage them, more time to look after them. It's all things I absolutely love. We try not to keep things in our home anymore that we don't love. We donate them, we give them to the charity shop, we pass them on to friends and family. Yeah, I just feel lighter. It's a weird one. The next question, what is your new job role, and are you still doing your nail business? So yeah, I've still got my nail business part-time. Our little conservatory is my little salon area with my manicure table. I do CND, shellac manicures and pedicures part-time. And then obviously I also do my YouTube part-time, which I'm absolutely loving. And I'm so grateful to all of you that have subscribed and that follow me. I love our little community that we've got here. So I'm really enjoying that. And then I have started doing a few hours a week cleaning, just to bring in some extra money, because we are so keen to start overpaying our mortgage and just to clear our mortgage. So that is our financial goal. So I would do anything to do that. So I am cleaning and some home help for a friend. And I love cleaning and decluttering, so it doesn't feel like work to me. Then another question from the same person. I have never heard of Tandem. Do you get interest on your saving pots? And if you do, what are the rates? So yes, we do get interest on all of our saving pots, or sinking funds, if you prefer to call them that. Yeah, we do get interest with Tandem. It's currently 3.9%, which is slightly higher than average, which is good. I mean, it's not fantastic, is it? But it's higher than average. Obviously, fixed savings accounts offer higher returns, but we prefer to have that instant access to ours. So yeah, I highly recommend Tandem. So yeah, it enables you to have all the different saving pots for your different money goals. So we have one for things like Christmas, birthdays, car maintenance, our daughter's stage school, swimming lessons, holidays, all that kind of thing, just things that we know that we need money for, things that are coming up, just so we've got the money there ready So we're not wondering where the money's going to come from for different things. I have just had a garage bill, so I knew we had the money there ready for that. Christmas, we save £50 a month for, so it takes away that stress of wondering where the money's going to come for Christmas. My husband has a large family, so we save monthly for birthdays. Yeah, so it's just lovely to know that we've got the money there in various sinking funds, money pots, ready for things. It's just lovely having the money there, and having it in different pots just really helps to stop us dipping in to our savings. I think if we just had one savings account, we'd be more likely to dip into it. But sometimes if we want something, we will think, where's the money coming from? Because it means we have to dip into one of our money pots, which I don't want to do. I don't want to dip into our Christmas money pot, because then we'll have less money for Christmas. I don't want to dip into our holiday fund, because then we won't be as likely to have the money to go on holiday. So it really, really helps us. Next question. If you could give any parenting advice, what would it be to maintain a close relationship as your children have gotten older? Thick in the teen years here. So, oh gosh, I find this a tough one. I'm not sure how comfortable I am giving parenting advice, but what I would say is the most important thing to me is that both my girls feel they're able to come and talk to us about anything at all. I just always want to keep those lines of communication open and make time for them. I make time, one-on-one time as well. I make sure I have time with my 7-year-old, doing all the things that she loves or we love together. And I make sure I have one-on-one time with my 18-year-old as well. My daughters are my best friends. I can't think of any other way I would want to parent, actually. Obviously, you have to have boundaries, you have to have respect. I try and instill that into them, just looking after things, respecting people. That is so important to me. We have so much fun together, but it is hard to, sometimes that line between parenting and a friend is a bit blurred. I think you can be both, and just lead by example. And this is another reason I'm proud of us for what we've done in terms of taking care of our financial future, taking care of our home, making sure everything in it we look after. And they see that we're looking after things. We respect our money, we don't waste it, and hopefully they are learning from us how to budget, how to manage their money. I feel like I've got more time to give to them, which I love. I'm not rushing around as much because, just the little things, like there's not as much stuff in the house to take care of. We've simplified our life in so many different ways, so we've got more time to spend with them and to spend with other members of our family. Next question. What's your thoughts on investing or stocks and shares, and is this something that you do? I've got to be honest, we don't invest currently. It's something that I would really love to start doing. I kind of feel like I want to get our mortgage cleared first. That is our goal at the moment, to get our mortgage paid off. And then I feel like we have that disposable income to start investing. Yeah, I've got to be honest, I don't know much about investing or stocks and shares. My daughter is actually investing, so I'm so proud of her for that. Holly, my 18-year-old, has recently started investing, so I'm so proud of her. But yeah, I kind of feel like I don't personally know much about it, and we are so focused on getting our mortgage paid off and have no debt, zero debt, but yeah, I've not really looked into it that much. So yeah, that is my answer to that one. I kind of feel like I do need to start learning about investing, because I know that is the best way for our money to grow. But yeah, I think we're just so focused on paying off the mortgage first, and I think the investing will come a bit later on. Next question. I love your videos. Oh, thank you. I find you so motivational to try to save money. How do you avoid temptations in the shops. I feel like everything starts calling my name as soon as I walk in. Oh my gosh, I can definitely relate to this. I still feel that way when I go into shops. So that is partly why I try to avoid the shops a little bit more recently. I absolutely love shopping, but I have learned so much and I've got quite good at avoiding the impulse buys. It's not easy, but I think it is that going back to that gratitude. I feel so grateful for what we do have, and I've kind of drummed that into myself every day. I practice that self gratitude, and when I wake up and things, I think it's just become a habit. I feel so fortunate and lucky with everything I do have. Feel like anything else is just a bonus, and things that I don't really need. It's always lovely having new things, but I now treat them as a real treat and something I don't do on a regular, not a regular occurrence. I can go into a shop now and see lovely things, but I think because we have money goals, this is a great tip I would give. You have to have a why. Why are you saving money? You know, why, what is your goal? You have to have a goal or you will just spend your money. If you don't have a plan for your money, you will just spend it. So because we have our money goals, we have our sinking funds, money pots, we've got a plan for, you know, where we want our money to go and what we want our future to look like. Yeah, it is so important to have that financial goal or you will just spend your money. So when I go into a shop and see something I like, I just think it's lovely, it's beautiful, but do I really need it? Is it necessary? Will it take away? Will it move us further away from one of our goals? Or will it prevent us going on a holiday? We love our holidays, we love travel, so I would rather put my money towards travel and enjoying time with family than like material things and stuff. Oh my gosh, but I know how hard it is because there are times when I still go into shops and see things. So I recently went shopping with my mum for my birthday, and I went into the White Company. I love the White Company, and there's so many things in there that I wanted. And I did treat myself to a new top with my birthday money. The White Company is beautiful, but I just try to just treat these shops now as a treat, and just if I do go in, just appreciate all the lovely things, but remind myself I don't necessarily need to buy them for myself. Because we've got our money goals, I just know that if I buy things, it's just going to take us further away from that financial goal, if that makes sense. So whether you're saving for a holiday, a new car, clearing debt, a house deposit, have it written down, maybe have that in your mind and just think, yeah, I love the look of this item, I love this thing, I really want to buy it, but do I want to buy a house more, or do I want to go on that holiday more? Do I want to pay off my debt for our financial well-being? Whatever it may be, I think that goal stop you from spending. A wish list is a fantastic thing to have. This is another tool I use now to stop me spending and impulse buying. If I really want something, I pop it on my wish list, and I'll just really think about it if I really, really want it, or I really need it, or if like a birthday comes up, Mother's Day, Christmas, if somebody asks me what I would like as a gift, I will look at my wish list and see what's on there. And if I still really want something, I'll say, oh, I'd like this, if that's okay. So that is what I do. But it is hard. I still find it hard going into shops sometimes, and it depends what mood I'm in. Like if I'm hungry, for example, then I'm more likely to buy food. If I'm feeling a bit sad or a bit down that particular day, I am much more likely to treat myself to things. So if you can avoid the shops a little bit, then I would say do that. But I know that's not always easy. But I think because I'm at home quite a lot, I find it quite easy to avoid the shops. And I am just spending so much time in the garden. I've bought a lot of plants, but now the money is spent. These are the gift that's going to keep on giving, hopefully, if they don't die and I look after them. So instead of going to the shops, I spend so much time in the garden. I'll go for a walk, I'll see a friend, have a coffee, have a slice of cake, just thinking of things that you can do that keep you away from the shops and put yourself in situations that are free and that you don't need to spend much money. On to the next question. What are some of the learnings you wish you knew sooner in life? Oh my goodness, just to be better with money, just to manage my money better and respect it, take care of it, not treat it like it's never ending, or just be like, gosh, just so wasteful. I was so wasteful with money. I really wish they would teach money management in school. I mean, I won't go into this too much, and I don't want to offend any teachers or anything like that. I know your workload is enough already, but if they could just take, I won't mention any names, but a few things, unnecessary things out of the curriculum. I just think a few things are now outdated that we don't need in life, and started to implement some money management tools and knowledge to students. I think that would be so amazing. It's so needed. I just had no clue on how to manage my money, and it's not uncommon, sadly. So I'm doing everything I can to teach my girls how to manage their money, how to respect it, how to look after it, how to make it work for you, how to control it rather than it controlling us, how not to get into debt. Everything I've learned, I am now kind of teaching my girls. Not everyone is fortunate to have someone to teach them. So yeah, if I had just had some lessons on money management, that would have been amazing. And I would have saved up for a house deposit just to have that security. But gosh, I just wish I looked after my money better, but I have learnt so much, so I try not to have any regrets. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I've tried to be as honest as I possibly can. I always like to be as real as I can, and yeah, just if I could just help one person. It's never too late to get a hold of your finances. It really isn't. You can start now, whatever your age. Absolutely, you can. So I hope you learned something from this video. Thanks again for all the questions that you asked me, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.